Hi, everyone, and welcome to another Facebook Live for Dirt Dog Sports. We got another good one. Before we start doing all that, this is your friend, your amigo of always, Arno Santiago, and we are going to be talking about baseball. We have a picture today that is going to show you a lot of tips. We're going to be able to see a few of your videos. It's the same thing we've been doing for the last 3 months. But before we start the whole thing, I want to say happy Father's Day to everybody. We're celebrating this happy Father's Day weekend, so we're enjoying it. So everybody at Dirt Dog, everybody out there that is listening, watching this video, remember, happy Father's Day. Feliz Día de los Padres, a mi padre, a mi papá en Puerto Rico y a todos los padres que conozco. That's in Spanish. You guys know, I don't always mix the Spanish and all that, just to get you going, guys. But we want to say uh, thank you to everybody that has been following all the guidelines, all the safety guidelines that we've been doing indoor. Parents, the kids, you guys have been amazing. Coaches, because it's not easy. One coach sometimes have to do a lot of stuff. Things move a little smooth, a little slow sometimes, but then it gets better. Just bear with it. Bear with us, and we're gonna get you guys out there next week. Supposed to start practicing outside. Make sure you check with your coach. Always follow the guidelines. Follow the guidelines. We're going to have some guidelines set up just for you guys and the coaches. So please just make sure you check your email. If you don't check the email, make sure you go to mom and dad. Make sure that and let them know that they check the email. Okay. So let's start today because we got something pretty guys for you. So, Alex, what we got?
Doesn't move. Good change up
to a lot of people. There's a little number to Escobar. There's one, and that's a double play to win the
year. Here comes, hit it, but those guys behind me make the plays. Here, nice going.
Thanks, Ed.
There's strike three. Swing and a miss. That ball went in the dirt, so McCann has to flip 339. Part of this sellout crowd silenced here to Dobbs. Struck him out bottom, fell out of that pit. The fourth. Ibanez here in the eighth, back-to-back strikeouts since the home run.
I'd have to be on the list. And Vazquez gets him.
The 0-2.
Got him swinging. Strikes out the side. 2-2. Another strikeout.
500.
Another strikeout. 2. Got him swinging. Other people want to guess. There's another strikeout. And there it was. Caught. Even more different.
Yeah.
Another strikeout. Strikeout number 9.
These starts don't mean much. You don't have much backing.
Got to score. Roche gets down the bunt. 2 away. 1-2. Got him looking.
Just a little target.
Got him swinging.
Here comes number 8. And that's strike 3 call. Fooled by the changeup there in the inning. Struck him out. First with 2 out. And there's strike 3 call. Fastball dropped the opener here last night. Strike 3 to Drew.
With him.
Kotze out of there on strikes. 3-2. Fastball, and this should be a double play. It is. Inning over. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. A little bend in that one. And check swing and a miss by Drew.
And he struck him out on a fastball. Swing and a miss. A 1-2. And he struck him out. And he struck him out. He spins around and strikes out. And Doug Melvin didn't appreciate it as Lee strikes out.
Lined up the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. 2 pitch coming up, and it is swung on and missed. Manny Ramirez is swung on and missed. Strike 2 pitch, breaking ball, got him looking. And got him.
Played 4 in 06. Climbed the ladder, struck him out. Still bunting. The 0-2, and he got him. Got him.
Resign.
Bobby just blew him away. Got him to chase that. A strikeout.
All right. There's that breaking pitch.
Well, here is a 14-year Major League career pitcher from Puerto Rico, Javier Vazquez. It's our VIP guest of today. So, how you doing, Javier?
I'm good, Arnold. How are you?
We're doing good. It's nice to have you back. We want to remind everybody we tried it. If, I think it might be a month ago or something. But Arnold
Probably.
Santiago's phone wasn't doing that good. We got it here. You see, I promise you guys, we're gonna get you back. We got Javier Basket back. Javier, nice for you to be with us. Welcome to Dirt Dog Sports Facebook Live. It's an honor for us, for all you guys watching this. Javi is the winningest pitcher from Puerto Rico in the big league in the history of the game. So that's something that you know we want you guys to know because I know Alex put that video together there. We almost saw like 5,000 strikeouts from Javi, but Javi, even though you know the he usually tells people he doesn't feel like a strikeout pitcher where he was there, but he's
Yeah.
one of the few guys in Major League history to strike out over 2,500 batters. So it was a pretty nice career for Javier. Javi, just just want to start. How you got yourself in baseball? I mean, were you a baseball all your life? Did you did any other sports when you were growing up? How was it before you signed professional?
Thank you for having me, Arnold. First of all, I want to say thanks to Alex for putting up the good videos and not the bad bad highlights.
That was good.
but
Woo.
uh, but yeah, no, I started playing baseball very young. Ever since I remember I had a glove and a ball and a bat in my hand. My father loves baseball, and he taught me everything. He taught me the beginning of the game, obviously. And I started practicing when I was like 3 years old, and then at 5 I went to like camp in Puerto Rico in Ponce with it's gonna sound really old, you,
We
but
already sound old.
it was with Pancho Coimbre, Juan Gilbert, and Millito Navarro.
Wow.
So
Wow.
and
I
I,
mean,
I was five.
the only guy you were missing was probably my dad. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. I was 5 years old though. You're that's much younger though than those guys. But yeah, that's how I started, and I continued playing in Ponce Little League and youth baseball until I signed professional at 17.
I mean, for everybody to know, Javi is from the south side of the island. I would say an hour and 45 minutes from San Juan. And I'm letting you guys know because you guys from there, though, we went, when you guys went with me, we went to the Carolina, San Juan area. But when you guys went with Alex, some of your kids from there, though, you guys actually went to Juan Arias and play in Juan Arias. So Juan Arias is
Hmm.
very, very, very close.
Yep.
Well, if I tell my dad, he's probably going to be like, one idea is, the door for Ponce. That's what he'll say. But if I tell Javi, he's probably gonna say something else. But I just
I'll
want you
probably
guys to know
say it's the second town of Ponce or something.
the second time of Ponce. All right. Whenever you guys to see my dad, talk about Ponce and Juaneria.
But you know
He'll
what?
have a story.
You know what? I married a girl from Juan Diaz, and I played amateur baseball in Juan Diaz, so I can't talk
You
bad
can't
about
say
Juan
too
Diaz.
much. Yeah, you can't say too much about that. But you were in the like in an area that was always pretty much hot. You were able to be out there
Hmm.
more than probably everybody else around Puerto Rico, just because the other side we get some rain, but not in the south side. So you were able to work with your dad. That's one of the persons that you say got you into baseball. How important was the family, not just dad, but
Hmm.
everybody, the whole family. How important was when you were trying
Wow.
to reach your goal as a professional? Wow, that sounded. You
Yeah,
see,
it's
work.
it's ra- it's raining here, and it just we just got lightning big time. I
We,
swear.
we, we
I
got the
was like,
weather
oh my
for
god.
you guys.
But yeah, I mean, family, very important in when I growing up, and they were key in my development in baseball. Both my dad and my mom, and my brother also, who signed professionally. He never got to the big leagues, but he played 3 years with Tampa. Um, but yeah, there were, my father, when he couldn't take me because he was with my brother, then my mom used to take me to the games. So yeah, I mean, my dad. he was the one who always, right after he got home from work, he would always, I would tell him, "Hey, Dad, let's go practice," and he would always say yes. He was never tired to help me out and to go practice with me. So I owe him, very much, to him and my mom.
And growing up, before, of course, before we start talking like 14, 15 years old, how much did you enjoy the game that you were playing? I mean, how much you were playing baseball and enjoy? We got a lot of kids that we always tell them when they're 9, 10, 11, they get mad at me because they strike out. And we're like, come on, just laugh, have fun, or whatever.
Yeah.
But they get a little upset because, of course, they take the game, you know how, now you could get on
Hmm.
YouTube, you could get on the social media and see a lot of people. I mean, all those videos are always good. Like I always tell them, those videos are always good. Nobody strikes out there. Nobody does that. I mean,
Exactly.
they're all great. But the real thing is, baseball is not an easy sport, and I think it's something that kids need to understand that as soon as they start playing ball, I mean, you will fail at least. I mean,
Yes.
even if you fail 7 times out of 10, you're still a
Yeah.
Hall of Famer if you're a hitter. So it's gonna happen. But I want you to tell them how important it is, even for the parents too and the coaches, how important it is to make sure that the kid is having fun before he really gets serious with it.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think, even after you get serious with it, if you don't have fun and you don't love the game, you should not play. I sincerely, I always say that to the kids. I think baseball or any other sport that you want to play and you enjoy playing should be fun. First thing. Um, even when you're a professional and you're in the big leagues, it should be fun. If it's not fun and you're not enjoying it, then you better quit, because it's not. You shouldn't do anything that you're not having fun with. But baseball, you have to enjoy it, like I said. And you said a great point, Arnold. Baseball is a failure sport. You're gonna fail more than you succeed. So the sooner you learn that there's gonna be games that you're gonna strike out 3 or 4 times, but the next game you might get 3 or 4 hits, and that's you can erase that. And when you're a professional, you learn how do I say that, when you fail in an at bat, you learn how to forget about it immediately and take it to the field and do your thing on the field. If you're playing defense, you have to forget about it, because if not, you're gonna take your failures to the field, and then you're not gonna be good on the field. You're gonna be thinking
Yeah.
about the at bat that you just had. So the sooner you forget a bad at bat, the better you're gonna be. So I always try to teach positive. Think positive all the time. And at bat doesn't matter. Um, so keep working and keep thinking positive.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I always tell the kids. I mean, you have to have short memory. If you don't have short memory,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a tough time. I mean, and it's just your baseball. I mean, in life, literally in life, you have to
Yeah.
have a short memory because if not, you're not gonna be able to do the next thing that you have to do maybe in an hour or so. But a game, I mean, we could see Javi there pitching in a game. I mean, it's a tough game, so you want to be able to help your team somehow. Javi just told
Hmm.
you guys, if you don't have a good at bat, don't worry about it. Just go in the field, you might make the saving play that is going to save the game. So
Exactly.
things could happen,
Definitely.
but you can't get down. Same thing, of course, we're going to tell the parents and the coaches. You have to, let the kid go, point things out to them after the game, way after the game, when the kid is probably eating ice cream or eating a pizza. Then you talk about a little about something that happened that you want to tell him. That Javi, I want to tell the kids, and I want to hear from you how important it is. No matter how age you are, no matter how old you are. I know when you're younger, 10, 11, 12 years old, you only play, especially at that age here, you play the weekends. You don't play the
Hmm.
whole week. But I always tell the kids, I mean, routine is important. No matter how you do it, but there has to be a routine. I mean, if the game is at 9 o'clock, you cannot show up at 8:30 and think that you're gonna be ready for a game, even if it's just a game, a 10-year-old game,
Yeah.
because you're not
Yeah.
gonna be able to be yourself. You're not gonna be 100%. So how important it is a routine, and when did you learn there, man? Yeah, routine is very important.
Well, yeah, I learned it later in my career, when I started to get more seriously in sports. Um, I had nobody, my father, obviously taught me the game and told me to enjoy it. And we practiced a lot together growing up. But about a routine, I didn't learn it until I was probably like 15 years old. But I taught my son before he was 15 years old to have a routine and to stretch and all the things that you do before the game to get ready, and also during the week, because like you said, baseball is a really tough sport. If you only practice once a week and then you're gonna play once a week, you're probably gonna struggle a little bit. So, especially once you get to a certain age, the older you get, the more you need to practice, because pitching becomes better, hitting becomes better, fielding becomes better. The game, just everybody is better when they're older and they keep playing. So yeah, the quicker you learn a routine, and when you're older, start doing exercises. But when you're young, you can hit against the net, throw. If you don't have a throwing partner, just throwing against the net, also against a wall. Sorry, moms and dads, but the walls are gonna. I broke a few lamps in my house when I was growing up. So that's part of growing up with a kid who loves baseball and who loves sports. The same with my son. He's broken a few lamps also in my house. So.
Of course, inside we're happy, of course, but at the moment we're like, hey, you can't do that, man. What are you thinking? But inside you feel good. But I mean, nowadays, I mean, we grew up in an era that it was tough to find a net. Right now, you can just walk out and find a sports shop and buy a net.
Mm-hmm.
At least even if it's a cheap one, it don't matter. I mean, there are
you
things you could do. There you go.
You go to eBay, Amazon, whatever.
You're gonna get it. So I always tell the kids. I mean, you guys are always all over Fortnite, Xbox, PS5, and all that. You all over that, and you make mom and dad spend money because you work a lot outside to make sure mom and dad help you to buy a game. Hey, buy a little net. I mean, buy a tee with a net. You're gonna find a way to get a routine going, because I mean, like Javi said, you cannot expect yourself to be ready to go if you practice Tuesday. Like say, for example, what we do at Dirk, though, we practice Tuesday at 7, then we go and play in the weekend. I mean, you are behind the 8 ball if you wait for just that 1 hour to get you ready for that game. I mean, and that's one thing that we all learned when we were growing up. My dad used to tell me that, but it is true, like Javi said, he already told his son about routine, because you need a routine, kids and girls. You need a routine.
Yep.
The routine is gonna get you a long way in life, not just in sports, but it's going to get you a long way in life. Before tomorrow gets here, get a routine going, get an idea what you're going to be doing, and things are going to be a lot easier. Well, Javi, the only bad thing that probably everybody watch here is that you with a Yankee uniform, of course. We don't talk about the Yankees that well here in Dirt Dog in Massachusetts, but you're one of us. You're part of the family, so we were able to deal with that. How you describe your 14-year career in the big league? I mean, for you, like if you're sitting down now saying, okay, I'm out of baseball for a while, and you're one of the guys, you retire early. It's not like other guys that the game pushed you away. No, you told yourself when to do it, how you want to do it, and you did it. So how you describe your whole 14-year career, and just for you, just as a person that accomplished something?
Yeah. I mean, it was a blessing, truly a blessing from the Lord, who permitted that I played that long and had a good career. So to me, is I see it as a blessing, man. I was able to pitch at a high level, at the highest level, for 14 years. And I go back to when I was a kid with a dream to play in the big leagues, and after I retired, I was like, wow, I actually accomplished and what I wanted to. I mean, I ever since I was a kid, I wanted to play in the big leagues. I didn't know how hard it was when you were a kid, but I found out really quick how hard it was to play, to be professional, and then to play in the big leagues, and to stay in the big leagues is even harder, with all the competition that you have. So truly blessed. That's the way I see it. I was truly blessed, and that I could pitch for that long and with no injuries and everything. So
and I think that's one of the things that I always like when I talk to you, It's the no injury part. Of course, we can't control injury or none of that, but at least it makes us feel that what we've been doing for that long, what we do in the off season, what we do all the time, it does. We're doing it the right way. We gave it the 100%. We made sure about it. Because I want to tell all the kids before the season starts. That's the idea of every ball player. You don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you do things right. But of course, like I always tell the kids, you see a lot of things in YouTube, and you think because that guy's jumping from the roof and landing with one leg, and he's doing it, that's the right way to do it. But now, you make sure you know what you're doing. You find a way and find what is helpful for you. Because I was a guy, Javi, I couldn't do a lot of weight. I just couldn't. I just know why. They got mad at me in Cleveland because I didn't do weight that much. But I just couldn't. Every time I did a lot of weight, I couldn't even throw the ball. I felt weird in the batter's box. That just it's you know yourself. Then I know some of the guys right now, like some of you kids know Luke Voigt with the Yankees. It looks like if he's not getting a lot of weight, he's not in the game. So he's always pumping up. You find the way, whatever works for you. You just make sure you do it right, and it's gonna help you. Alex, let me see that video again with Beltre there with Javi pitching because I wanna talk with the kids and Javi. Javi, this isn't a bet that you don't throw a fastball at all. It's only 3 pitches to Adrian Beltre. He took the first one. Of course, he usually takes the pitch. That's sometimes how he did it. But that one, he didn't look good at all. And then you came back, it looked a lot slower than the second one you threw. And I want you to talk to me about this because I tell the kids sometimes, and especially with 15, 16, 17-year-old, they already know how to throw a curve and all that. I always tell them if a batter shows you he cannot hit a pitch, why showing something else? Just
Yeah.
stick with what you got. And they always look at me weird because oh, coach, nobody could throw 3 pitches the same way. I say, why can't you throw the same pitch 3 times in a row? If he's not hitting it, what's the point of trying to do something else? And I want you to tell the kids, that's if that's a good idea or not, because a hitter should be able to tell you what's going on sometime in the first pitch.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great point. I think you hit it, right in the nail. When I always pitch that way too. If I like to, and in that about with Beltray, we've had such a long history. I faced him in the minors, in the majors, so we've had history. But I always the same with the fastball. I like to pitch with my fastball, and if I'm throwing my fastball and a guy swings and he's late at the fastball, I'm gonna throw it again. Because like you said, if he's showing me that he's late on my fastball, I'm not gonna throw him a slider or a breaking ball and get his bat speed going. And the same with the breaking balls when in the big leagues, if I know a guy is not hitting my curveball or my slider or whatever or changeup, I could throw it again and back it up and throw it 2-3 times in a row until he proves to me that he lays off or he swings and he's on it. Then I can show you something else. But pitching is about changing speeds, changing the hitter's rhythm and timing. And that's what I try to do. And that about with Beltre, for example, I started off with a slider, and then I threw a breaking ball, a curveball, and then I threw a slower breaking ball than the slower curveball than the one before.
You threw like
So
a
it's all,
Slurpee.
yeah, it's all about changing speeds. I know some guys. I started doing that with my changeup and my curveball, and those are field pitches. I could throw my changeup, let's say 82, but then I can also throw a change of 76 or 75 and take off that pitch. And if the guy's looking for a changeup at 82 and you still throw a changeup, but you take off 6 miles per hour less, you're still gonna get him out in front. So I learned how to do that after a few years in the big leagues. I actually learned it watching. I had Levan Hernandez as my teammate. Levan was great changing speeds with his off-speed stuff. So I learned that from him.
And that's good. Because the way you did that at bat and the way Adrian laughed at the end, it kind of tells you that definitely I was looking for the curveball at the end, but not that speed.
Yeah, he was looking for it. You could see it. He waited and waited and waited, but it was slower, so he couldn't wait.
There you go, the slider.
Yep.
And I think this curve might have been. Let me see how fast it was. It was like
66.
60. Whoa, there you go.
65. And
And
this
he's
one
kind
is
of
even.
like, look at him. He's like, I'm gonna look for that one. I'm going.
Yep.
And you were like, okay, you're gonna look for it,
And
but
if
he's
you
not
see
gonna.
it, yeah, if you see the swing, he looks for it.
Yeah.
But it's even slower than the one before. So.
Look at that. He's like, oh my god, that's what I was looking. So nothing. I brought that point on because
That's one of the few times I got Beltray out. By the way,
hey, we got Alex back there, man. Alex got you going though. You're not gonna see nothing here that you're not supposed to see, guys. So don't worry
good,
about it.
Alex. Good job, buddy.
But it's good that we show this, and it was nice that we find that video because I keep telling the kids I work with the pitchers too, and I tell them, you see something, not with the young kids, of course, because the young kids, I want them to throw the fastball as much as you can, build up your arm the best way you can, and let it go. And now that we're talking about that, before we go into the videos, and this is more for coaches and parents and all that. When do you think is the best time for a kid to try working with the curveball, at least? Because we know the changeup, it's something you could work, but the curveball, that is the one that it's getting some parents in the wrong foot, thinking maybe we could start here. And I know, as a coach and all that, Little League World Series doesn't help that much because we
No,
see
you're right.
the Little League World Series and the parents go
You see
like,
some
aren't
nasty
you
curveballs
sure we can throw a curve with Dawg? They're throwing it. Most of those are elite players at that age. I mean, they put a team together from around, I don't know how many states, and they put a team together just to go there. So, of course, they have kids there that they're 12, but they're almost 13. Correct. So you're going to be able to see something. But for you, you have a kid, if he's going to pitch, when do you think is the best way for him to throw a curveball or start working with a curveball?
Well, it's first of all, it's tough for me to tell somebody an exact age to when to start throwing a curveball because all the kids develop differently. You see some 13-year-old kids that are developed already. You can see that they're strong and they're already way developed, well developed, and then you see another other 13-year-old kids that they look like they're 9. So those guys like that shouldn't be messing with breaking balls there because they're still growing and a lot of things can happen when your growth plates are they're still open and you still got some growing to do. So it all depends. I tell dads and moms and dads that after the fastball, after you develop your fastball and you throw your fastball and command it, I think the next pitch you should learn is a changeup. Changeup is one of the best pitch. After the fastball, the best pitch in baseball is a good changeup. So I think you should develop the changeup first, after the fastball, and then you can start throwing your curveball. But later on, once you're stronger and you're developed and you have no injuries and you have good arm motion too, and mechanics. Because if you don't have a good arm motion and you don't have good mechanics, then a lot of bad things can happen.
There you go. There's a changer. No matter when you throw it, I mean, your changer will do a lot of things. I mean, and if you're a hitter, pitch to, play shortstop, play other position, you're gonna get the idea how a changer could really, really get anybody out. It doesn't have to be just little leaguers or nothing. You could see a major league guy there. I think that was your 2,500 strikeout, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was Lucas. Yeah,
okay.
Was.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it was nice. But yeah, Alex, you see, Alex got you, man. Even getting a hit. Look at that. I mean, you can't. Are you paying Alex or something? What's that?
Yeah. Over the mail. He's gonna get a check in the mail.
Look at that, my man. But no, I mean, you were here too growing up. I mean, you play other position. How important it is to play other position and even other sports to get you going when you're starting up in sports?
I think it develops good athleticism. Playing other sports. I play basketball, volleyball in Puerto Rico. Play a little tennis. I play whatever. I played every sport at school, and I think it just develops over athleticism. And when you're young, you should play a lot of sports, especially when you're up in Massachusetts. You have, you have lacrosse and you have soccer and basketball. So football also big over there. So whatever you can play depends the season. It's good. It's good to develop. Then you're gonna get to a certain age when you are gonna find one sport that you're better at and stick with that. But early in life, when you're a kid, just play everything, man.
There you go.
Enjoy it, man.
There you go. I mean, it's like I tell my girl Larissa. I always tell her to try to do all the stuff. So she learned how to play softball. She learned how to do all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's dancing. Oh, she's dancing and dancing and
Yeah.
dancing. But I could tell that the athletic thing that she learned playing a little sports at the beginning help her with their footwork. And there goes. That's Javi in Winter League with the Leones de Ponce. And that one is with the Caguas Criollos. Javi playing the Winter League too. It's something that most of the Puerto Ricans we do. We usually play when we start our career in the minor leagues, and then when you make it to the big league, then you find your spots when you need to go and fine tune something, or you play a few games there, and that's what Javi used to do. But I mean, it was an amazing career for Javi in Puerto Rico. I mean, and we're truly blessed that we have him here for a little bit. So let's go with the videos, Javi. We're gonna have some kids, and just point out a few things that you see while they're throwing. I think we got like maybe 5 or 6 videos. So Alex, whenever you're ready, my man.
Hi, my name is Charles Mallett. I play on Chris Digger's 11U team in Dirt Dog Sports in Canton, Massachusetts. This is my 4-seam fastball. This is my 2-seam fastball. And this is my changeup.
Nice.
Here we go.
Very nice.
There
So
you go.
one thing I see right away is he's using his legs okay, but he can use him a lot better. He's got a good arm motion.
Okay.
But his back leg, he should push off his back leg forward. They call it like ride the mound. Ride the mound means your right foot should try to, when you push off the rubber, your right foot should get away from the rubber a little bit. That means you're really using your legs. And it's tough because sometimes at this age, you see he's a young kid, 11, but he looks really young. He's still got a lot of developing to do. It's tough for them because they still don't have the strength in their legs. So sometimes that's a little tough. But overall, he's got good mechanics. But I would try to use his right leg more, his push-off leg more towards the
okay, and that's kind of like when you do those drills that we do, guys. You see pictures when we do sometimes. Their dog, Javi knows about those. The ones that you raise your front foot up and kind of stay there for like a second or so, and then get the idea of staying back and push.
Yeah,
but it's true what Javi said, because sometimes we go to mounts here, well, not just here, everywhere at that age, and the mount is flat, and it kind of makes the kids feel like they're throwing in la marquesina in the garage, but it's not. And so, of course, we need to keep working on that. So, Charles, that's the tip from Javi. We're gonna start working on that again. Make sure we stay back there so you could push off, and it's a lot easier for your arm, like Javi says. So
it'll help his arm for sure. He's gonna probably throw harder once he uses his legs more, but it'll help his arm because it's less stress on the arm.
There you go. Who we got, Alex?
My name's Chase, and I play for the 10U Dirt Dogs. I'm gonna show you the 3 pitches I like: 2-seam, 4-seam, and the changeup.
There you go, Chase. You let us know.
All right, so Chase needs to work on his balance more, staying behind the rubber a little longer, so he can use his legs more properly. But his balance, when you see he raises his legs, he kind of goes quick to home, so he doesn't get to the balance point.
Okay.
So look at him here. When he raises his leg, he kind of goes really quick. He's not getting into his leg, into the rubber. So stay a little longer. What they call stay a little longer over the rubber. So you can have all the power to go to home plate.
Yeah, that's true, Chase. I mean, yeah, you're you're going very quick, and it doesn't let your arm or pretty much your body get
Yep.
in control before you explode to go home. All right, that's
Yep.
true.
And then he's when you see guys that don't stay back in the long in the rubber, or try to go too quick to the mound,
Mm-hmm.
they're not consistent with the arm slot. Sometimes the arm gets there, but sometimes it doesn't,
Okay.
because you're not consistent staying behind the rubber and staying nice and tall and nice and balanced and get everything together. Your body use it to go to home plate.
And then, guys, if you're a coach, it helps to see if you see somebody like Chase. Odds are that he'll probably get a little tired quicker than anybody
Mm.
else, just because they're fighting without knowing. They're fighting with the slam, the hand slot, like Javi's saying. So we always keep an eye on that, because, of course, we want to make sure that the kids are doing it right. But sometimes, as a coach, we need to keep an eye on that and find out those little pointers, and Javi just said it there. So that was
No,
perfect. Chase, work on that.
another thing that I was gonna tell him is when he throws the changeup. When you have a changeup grip, I noticed Chase used a two seam changeup grip.
Okay.
So you use a two seam. You can use a two seam changeup grip or a four seam changeup grip. It all depends what pitch you throw the most in the game.
Okay.
For example, if you throw more your four seam, then you should throw a four seam changeup. If you throw a two seamer more, then you should throw a two seam changeup. This is
There
a
you
little
go.
bit more advanced, but because when you get older and you want to pitch, then hitters are, they can see the rotation when you get
Yeah.
to high school. So the quicker, I'm not saying that the hitters are going to see that now, but the
Hmm.
quicker you
Hmm.
start learning and you start doing it, it's
Yeah.
going to be easier for you when you get older.
Yeah, your brain get used to that, and then
Yeah, exactly.
your home
So,
mechanic goes through with that. That's perfect.
so
So
I'm a
Chase, we
big,
gotta work on that.
I'm a big believer on, there's some things that are more advanced to some kids, but there's some other things that are still advanced, but if they keep hearing and hearing it and hearing it, they're
Yeah.
gonna get to a certain age and they're gonna get it. They're gonna
Yeah.
just, oh, I remember that. Now I know what he was talking about, or I know how that feels. So I think you should always tell the kids the proper way to do it and the right things to do it. They might not get it immediately, but in 3 or 4 years they might get it.
Yeah, that's true. Because I started hitting a curveball when I was 13 or 14. So it took my dad like 8 years before Arnold was able to hit a curveball. All right, Alex.
Hi, my name is Dean Mann. I play for Chris Divers 11U Dirt Dogs team. This is my two seam. This is my four seam. This is my changeup. And this is my forkball.
See, you don't need a catcher, Javi.
No, you don't. Wow, he's got pretty good. Put it again.
Dale, dale.
Hi, my name is Dean Mann. I play for Chris Divers 11U Dirt Dogs team. This is my two seam. This is my four seam. This is my changeup. And this is my forkball.
Oh my God! Please don't throw the fork ball.
I was. I knew Javi was ready to say it.
All right, so when he uses pretty good his legs, his arms pretty good. The only thing I notice is when he throws the ball at the end,
Mm,
he kind of stays a little tall. He, instead of finishing and staying low, he kind of throws it and kind of wants to get up quicker.
mhm.
Um, so you want when you release the ball, you want to have full extension and finish over your, if you're a right-handed, over your left knee. That's going to give you full extension. And when you release the ball and you stand up sooner, or even your arm, you might you can get sore maybe on the back of the arm. But always when you finish, always think about releasing and finishing over your left leg, and releasing and staying down. That's gonna help you accelerate and finish with good posture and everything.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing. Now that Javi's saying that, I mean, I went to college with a pitcher's scholarship, so I pitched my first year there, and that was my main pitch, the fork ball. And I ran into that trouble that Javi just saying right now. Sometimes I would whip myself back when I was throwing the fastball because I felt like the fastball it would come out quicker. So I kind of like surprised myself a little without knowing. But it was because every time I threw the fork ball, I would make sure I stay way down with it. So it was kind of like I was slowing down with a forkball, and then I was when I felt the fastball, I would go back like that. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" But tell
Yeah.
Dean why is a little worry at that age to be throwing the forkball.
Well, the fork ball, first of all, it puts a lot of pressure on your elbow, just because you have to grip. First of all, you have to open your arm, and that right there, opening you can feel it when you open your arm, you can feel like this get tight. The forearm gets tighter, but also at the end, when you throw a fork ball, at the end, you always have to extend a little bit and do like this,
Mm-hmm.
and that motion there also puts a lot of pressure on your elbow. It's like the slider. That's why like a forkball, slider, those pitches like that, you should throw those pitches when you're developed, when your muscles are developed, your joints are fully developed. Um, because those two, especially slider and forkball, put a lot of strain in your elbow.
There you go, Dean. So I mean, I know you probably like throwing it, but just work on the other change, you know,
On the
that
changeup, on the
palm or
changeup.
whatever, all that. But don't use the four ball for now. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna make sure, and it's gonna be a lot helpful for your arm just to develop and get that elbow going. And then we'll talk about it when you get to high school or something if you want to use the fork ball again. All right, Alex.
Hi, I'm Drew Bowen. I'm on Dirt Dogs, a 9U team, and I love pitching. And these are my grips. This is my fastball. And this is my changeup. And that's it.
I see. The other thing is, if you can pause that 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
The other thing is when you're young, when you're those ages 9, 10, 11, I believe that every kid should throw four seams instead of two seams. I think the two seam is a more advanced pitch, and kids at that age are not gonna have they're not gonna have the length on the fingers to be able to throw a proper two seamer. So I think just to show them the proper way to grip a ball is on a four seam. If you're playing outfield, you want to throw a four seam grip. If you're playing the infield, you want to throw a four seam grip. If you're catching, you want to throw a four seam grip. And if you're pitching, you should at that age you should throw four seam pitches because it's the correct way to throw the fastball. The fastball is going to be true with true rotation. It's not going to move. And throwing a two seam grip when you're 9, 10, 11, it's not going to do anything. Because you're too young. You're not going to have, like I said, the length on your fingers to really, throw it. The two seam, you should. I think most of the pitchers grab the ball two seam with the fingers together, not separate. Also, so it's just I like teaching the kids to throw the proper four seam grip because that's how they should throw the ball when they play other positions.
Yeah, because at that age that you say, I mean, their fingers will never get together to be able to really get on that seam and make a move. I mean, I know it looks nice on TV, it's pretty nice, but it's not going to happen until you develop those fingers and you get a better. I mean, sometimes at that age, even the ball feels like it's a softball, but that's just how it is. So you want to make sure that you get that the fingers going. So four seam. Go ahead, Alex. Run the.
Hi, I'm Drew Bowen. I'm on Dirt Dogs, a 9U team, and I love pitching. And these are my grips. This is my fastball.
Four seam grip, Drew. From now on.
Yeah, there we go. Write it down.
And that's it.
Okay, so same thing as the other kid. You wanna have balance. You wanna when you're pitching, you wanna raise your leg properly. when you just throw the home plate without raising your leg, you don't have any power with it. So he's just using his arm to throw the ball to home plate. There's no legs involved, no balance, nothing. So
Yeah.
that puts a ton of pressure in his throwing arm. I would to me I would work before pitching. I would work on his throwing mechanics first. How to throw correctly, how to use your front side, how to stay closed, how to use your legs, how to use your arm, and then pitch. Because there's some kids out there at 9, 8, 9, 10 that still don't have the proper throwing mechanics. I'm not talking about even pitching. I'm just throwing
throwing the ball.
mechanics. So just throwing the ball, learn how to properly throw the ball, how to use your legs, how to use your front side, where your arm should be, your release point, and then concentrate on start pitching after you develop your correct throwing motion, a correct mechanics.
Well, there you go, my man. So keep working on that. We're gonna keep working on that. You are starting a Dirt Dog. So once once we get you there, we're gonna work on that. But it's true what Javi said. That's another point. Parents and for coaching, for both of them that are the adults with the kids at that age, you make sure that if you see something, let's not put him on the mound yet. Let's make sure he knows how to do it, at least to throw the ball, how to throw the ball. And I think Javi, we could get that kid. I don't know. Put him in the left field line or right field line and kind of throw a little farther away just to get the idea of just get your arm going, Don't worry about how far you throw it or not. Just throw it. Just throw it.
Yeah,
And
just learn how to throw.
Happen. There you go. There you go. All right, Alex.
Eddie's going to take Dirt Dog's 12-U block. 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, changeup.
All right, so he has the same. He gets behind the rubber pretty good. See the balance. He goes back. He's got good balance there. More legs also towards home plate and finishing up. But I like his balance. I like the way he brings his back. He stays back on the rubber, and then he goes forward after he's gathered himself. So pretty good. Let me see here. Oh, I missed that one.
Okay. He gets a little 3/4
the
there
side.
almost.
I saw it.
But it's good. It's good what you said. Yeah, it's good what you were saying.
Yeah, it's more legs to push off because he gets back well. So that's the good thing. He gets back well. So now once you're back, really push off your right leg, so you get more momentum towards home plate. And careful with the arm angles at that age also, because you wanna release the ball at always try to be consistent when you're releasing the ball. It's not when you start changing arm angles, that's a lot of bad things can happen as well with the arm.
And then as soon as you start getting a little worn out during the game, then your arm slot is going to get lower and lower, and it's going to hard to come up again, and it's going to hurt you the next week. That's true. So, Freddie, keep working on that. But good job, my man.
Good job.
Always kudos to mom and dad and everybody that is going out a little bit for a few minutes to do this. This is pretty nice. So, Alex, what we got?
Hi, I'm Quentin Lemieux. I play for Dirt Dog Sports, 10U's purple. Here are my grips. This is my fastball.
4-seam grip, buddy.
There you go. We gotta call it the Javi grip now.
Always 4-seam. Always 4-seam.
Try to hit the target.
I love it when kids throw on their own. There's nobody there, just them and that's the best.
Thank you for saying that, my man.
It's true, man. It's true. They always, I used to throw against the wall, against whatever I had, man.
Yeah, I see Alex there laughing because he knows I broke a lot of mirrors in my house. There you go.
Okay, so when he raises his left leg, you see how he opens and goes and opens up without staying balanced. A lot of the kids at this age, 9, 10, 11, you know, when they don't have balance yet. You know, they don't know how to balance yet. A lot of it is because they don't have strong legs yet, but they can start working first on getting over the rubber and staying over the rubber with balance, with power, you know, on a power position. Um, because it's gonna help you in the long run. It's gonna help you, you know, when you're older, when you know how to throw the ball properly. Um,
Yep.
so the same thing with him, the legs, just use his legs better. And work on his arm motion also. It's a little long.
Yep.
But
See now, kids. You see, don't you guys used to make me get mad at Arnold because Arnold always talk about let's do the 1, 2, 3 drill. Let's do the balance first. Let's do one,
yeah,
two,
balance.
three, and you guys go crazy. Oh, coach, I want to throw the ball. No,
Yeah.
because it's gonna help you down the road, and you need your legs. You need your legs if you're gonna pitch. Even if you, I mean, Javi, even if you're not thinking about pitching when you get older, but you want to have a good game when you get up there in the
It's
mound.
just balance is gonna help you in every sport you play. Every position you need to be balanced. Hitting, throwing the ball, fielding.
Yep.
If you're gonna play basketball, when you're guarding, you need to be balanced. I mean,
Yeah.
everything.
If you
When
don't
if
you
you're
don't balance yourself in
if
boxing, they're gonna kick you, man. You're gonna
exactly.
go
I mean,
down.
everything. If you're playing football and you're playing defense or offense and you're not balanced, they're gonna run
Yeah,
over you.
they're gonna run over you.
So in
All
every
right.
sport you play, balance is really important. I used to do a drill um, that helped me, and it was just standing on, you know, like I raised my left leg like I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
throw against the mirror, and I was watching myself in the mirror, and I
Okay.
try to stay. It's like an exercise kind of, but it's also a drill, and you try to see how long you can keep the balance position and with the right leg, just
Yep.
how to see how long you can keep it. And I used to do that when I was,
There
my
you go.
God, 15,
Don't.
14,
Hey guys,
15.
I
So
didn't talk to Javi before the interview or nothing. Okay. Don't think that I told Javi he needs to say that because I
oh,
don't know. He's
really?
all. No, it's just that we want you to. You know, we want to work with you. We want to get you going the right way. We at least went through and we know it could help you the best. Then when you get older, like Javi said, you're already gonna know yourself. You're gonna know your mechanic, and then you just work in certain things and just keep going at it. But when you're starting, yeah, we need to listen, kids and girls too. We need to listen
Hmm.
because we want to make sure you don't get hurt. Okay, we got one more video, Alex.
Hi, I'm Omar Emiliano Santos, and I'm 11 years old, and I'm a pitcher for the Dirt Dogs baseball team. My two-seam fastball, I grip it like this. My four-seam fastball, I grip like this. My cutter, I grip like this with a little bit of air in
Ooh,
between my
cutter.
hand and the ball.
Ooh. Way to go, Omar.
And then my curveball, I grip like this. And then when I throw it, I twist. Thank you.
Go.
There you go.
Go.
Stays behind the rubber. Okay. Balance. All right.
Well, I mean, that was Omar, man. He got a lot of pitches there, man. That's Omar. You
Yeah.
you're gonna get a lot of people
Careful.
out like that.
Careful with the cutter also. The cutter
Mm-mm.
is similar to a slider. And I'm sure they don't know what's supposed to
They're
properly
what he's
do and
supposed to.
properly
Yeah.
throw it. So you got to be careful. He can use his push off leg also better. He stays behind the rubber pretty well, and he can push off a lot better. But yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
That's good, Omar. And
Just
I saw, and we saw in Omar at least. kind of like that pause and that balance
Yeah.
before going
So
home.
so the balance, it's a little, you have to, I prefer that than
Hmm.
to not have a balance at all.
Hmm.
But also you should have a little momentum, so you shouldn't actually have like a stop and then go, because then you're losing momentum also.
Yeah,
So
it's
when I
okay.
when I mean balance is that you're balanced behind the rubber, but you're going at the same time. It's your
Hmm.
balance but going, no stop.
Yeah,
Because then when you stop, is you stopping moment. It's like hitting. When you hit, if you go back and you stop and then go forward, you have no momentum. So your energy, you lose energy, and
yeah,
you lose power. So you want to have good balance, which means stay over the rubber, but also go. Don't
yeah.
stop. Don't actually stop and then go.
That's why we don't see too many Japanese staying in the big league for a long time pitching, because
Yeah,
they do a lot of stopping and go. That's how they were
yeah,
raised. That's how they do it. So they don't want to change. But it is true. I mean, once you get that balance, and also when you do the balance, like I told the kids, Javi, you have to make sure you stay true with yourself. You don't go back. You don't
yeah.
twist to the side or go
Yep.
forward, because
Gotta
then
stay
you're
straight.
really doing nothing.
Yep.
You're pretty much just still using your arm, pretty much. So that's pretty nice. We got all the videos done with the kids. Make sure, kids, I mean, you're going to be able to watch this again, rewind it, do whatever you have to do, play it back, write it down, what Javi is giving you for tips. Anything else, Javi, before we go up? This is Daniel Soto from DT Sport News. We're going to send you this. This is an art that he does.
Very nice.
He's from Puerto Rico, and he once he knew you were going to be here, he knows I need to do
Wow.
something for Javi. So that's Daniel Soto de Sport News.
That's awesome, man. That's very nice. It's beautiful.
Se lo puedes decir en español si quieres, porque si
Sí,
no, esto no te va a
está.
entender.
No, no, fíjate, está brutal eso, ¿verdad? Súper, súper bonito, mano.
So
¿Verdad?
we're gonna get it to you, my man. But anything else that you want to add for the kids, and it doesn't have to just be pitching. I mean, whatever you want
Yeah.
to add to the kids, I mean, that is gonna help them a lot, especially now that with this pandemic, we know we're gonna be going outside
Hmm.
next week, but we still don't know what's gonna happen in a couple of weeks. I mean,
No.
Massachusetts, you know how it is, my man. We only have maybe like 3 more months to be out there.
Yeah, you're right. No, just man, you just when you're playing, just enjoy it. Like we talked earlier. Uh, Enjoy the game. Enjoy being a kid, because when you're grown up, you have a lot of things to worry about. Even that's like I told my kids, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy when you're a kid. Enjoy the times. Um, and have fun, man. Have fun. And work hard. When you get to a certain age where you want something in life, and it's not even about baseball. Whatever you want in life, you have to work hard at it. And to truly to do what you want to do, you got to work hard and go for it. So it's like I tell the same thing to my kids: whatever you want to do it, but do it 100%, and you have to love it. You have to really love it to continue doing it.
Well, before we go, happy Father's Day, Feliz Día a los Padres, because we
Thank
know
you.
we're enjoying this weekend, and it's gonna be a long weekend for everybody. You're gonna be in the ballparks though, so you're gonna be doing a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of going crazy in the field. Alex, I think Alex wants to come in and then say bye to you from in the name of our owner, Dirt Dog Sport, Don Connors, to say something because he tried to be here with us today, but he couldn't make it. He's there with his practice. So Alex has a message for you.
Yes, we want to say thank you to Javi for taking the time. We want to excuse the boss because he has softball and baseball practices, and he's taking care of the facility now. And yeah, it was awesome. I think it was awesome. We really appreciate Javi all the time, and it's. I think it's going to be great for these kids. They have been texting me since a long time, so now I'm not going to get any more texts.
No,
So
thanks,
yeah,
thanks for having me. It's my pleasure. Whenever I can help out, let me know. It's my pleasure.
All
you got
right,
it,
Alex.
man.
So we're
Any
ready to go,
changes?
my man.
Just to remind the parents, check the website www.dirtdogsports.com for practice schedules, tournament schedules, updates, and all that stuff. If you don't receive an email from your coach, just go to the website, and that thing is being posted and updated every day. So we hope to see you again next time.
There you go. Happy Father's Day, Alex.
Yep.
Before-
Happy Father's Day to you too, guys.
Happy Father's Day to both of you guys. And
Yeah,
to,
you got it, my man.
and to
Cuídese.
you.
Igual, papi.
Yep.